Back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah in Texas, and this is our place to chat all the latest reality TV gossip. And of course, Jeff Lewis and BravoCon is so on my mind. If you were lucky enough to go, I really hope we get a chance to meet each other. I will give you the information on the meetup that is scheduled for Bravo fans and Jeff Lewis fans. It's going to be the morning of Friday, right before the Ask Andy, or right before we get in line, I should say, for the Ask Andy panel. I cannot wait. Are you just dying? I hope you're going. If you're not able to go, please follow me on all my social media under Jeff Lewis Obsessed, and I will take you right along beside me. The good, the bad, the ugly, when I'm stressing over what I'm wearing, when my feet hurt, what I'm going to do, all the things. I don't even have one reservation for food, y'all. So food is like not even on the agenda. Is that such a chump move or what? Oh my goodness. Get comfortable in comments. Let me get this banner off. Let's get started with shout out news. Okay, Ramona finally got in trouble. Like, who was all waiting for this? Who expected this to happen? I mean, even a couple of years ago, I remember like Ramona and Dorinda and Countess Luann, one of them or all of them were kind of talking about, they say things that are like of their generation, and it takes a little bit to get used to what the new things are they can say, what they can't say. Cancel culture is a huge thing. We all have our opinions on how strict it should be, right? But apparently, she texted a partial slur. What is a partial slur? I mean, I've got my ideas, but I have no idea exactly what it is. She texted that to this page 6 person that she was chatting with. I am just dying. But, with everything that's going on with the reality reckoning, Bethany Frankel, this Vanity Fair article that came out yesterday, I'm getting all my days mixed up. BravoCon was not playing around. And, I haven't seen anyone come out in support of her or say anything about it. So if they have, let me know, because I haven't seen anything. I also haven't seen a statement from her, which I don't expect we'll hear anything. I think she'll just kind of ignore it because I don't know what the partial slur was that she texted, but wow, 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 wow. Okay. Not a text, but a DM. So Bethany Frankel is clearly the person in the forefront of this reality reckoning, and of course the Vanity Fair article. So she posts this this DM exchange between her and Ebony from Roni, and basically it was like 2 years between like the DM return, which is fine. I mean, if you don't DM with somebody, it can go to that file that's like request, and you may never scroll over there and see it. So I'm sure that's what happened. But there's a little exchange going back and forth there. So I'm trying to follow it, but I have been a little bit extra busy today because I did drive into town. 2 of my girlfriends are loaning me all their amazing jewelry. Like, they definitely said I needed a statement necklace for this, for Jeff Lewis's pre-BravoCon party that I'm going to tomorrow night. And they were just dying that I was going to wear this outfit without a necklace, didn't have the right evening bag, all the things. I've got professional hair and makeup now set up by my girlfriend who's used this lady in Amanda in Las Vegas. So I was so happy that she has an opening for me. So that takes a lot of stress off my mind. And the fact that they loan me this jewelry, loan me a handbag, I don't have to stress over that and like wonder what I'm going to wear, right? And what I'm going to have. So anyway, send me all the positive thoughts because I am so excited to have been invited to Jeff Lewis's pre-BravoCon cocktail party, but it just adds a whole other layer, right? Because like that whole evening alone, let alone I'm going to wake up Friday morning in Las Vegas and we get to go see Andy Cohen and Jeff Lewis be the moderator of this. Like, that to me is going to be BravoCon. Like, the fact that it gets to start off that way. I mean, I don't know how anything could be better than that, right? I mean, I'm so excited. My head could explode. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful texts and comments. Oh, Melanie. Oh, that's a bad word. Yikes. I can't think of when they said partial slur. I'm like, what does that mean? Wow. Please don't make you have to blast you to return your friend's expensive jewelry. Oh, don't be a Heather McDonald. Oh, no, 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 honey. Yes, I'm well aware that I will return this jewelry and it'll be in a very timely manner. Anyways, shout out to my girlfriends. Okay, what else? Let's get into it. Did you watch Hello Teeny? It is up on the Jeff Lewis video. I started listening to it first, clearly with Halloween. You know, my kids getting, going trick or treating. One of them had this gorgeous pirate costume. She was so cute. She went trick or treating with her friends. The other one of them was carving pumpkins with her girlfriends here, and the other one is a teenager, and they did go trick or treating, and everyone was so nice to them. And I love that we kind of encourage now teenagers to go trick or treating. And there's this whole memes about oh, don't don't shut the door on teenage trick or treaters. We'd rather them be doing something fun than out doing something destructive or ornery or, they have their whole life to have rules and boring and jobs and adulting, right? So I love that everyone was so encouraging of teenagers because I think it's so fun. I mean, I'm 50 years old. We probably quit trick-or-treating at like 12. Like, I don't remember teenagers going trick-or-treating back then. Maybe I did, and I just don't remember. We also did not have these amazing costumes like we do in Jeff Lewis. It's still, or should be still up on his Instagram story. So go check that out. He posted his picture of him as Chucky in his size medium glory overalls, and he handled it very well. He looked so good. And then Monroe was a butterfly and so cute. So I don't know if he tagged his makeup artist in there, but it's a lady named Debbie who was at the Hollow Teeny event Saturday in LA, and she did his Grinch makeup, and she's amazing. I think she also did Paige Davis's makeup for her Halloween. It was insane. So go check out Jeff's Instagram and Paige Davis's Instagram. And I am so excited because I will see both of them at the party tomorrow night. And I'll see MJ. I think John Hill. I'm really hoping for Andy Cohen. I have not asked what the guest list is, but I've heard it's iconic, like amazing. So I am just, okay, so make sure you check out Hollow Teeny. It was so cute. There were so many fun fans that I got to meet. Oh my gosh, their costumes really were amazing. It really was so much fun. But check out the video because it's so fun. You can see more of Jeff and Doug and Shane and Todd and Carrie's facial expressions, Monica and Pej, Alyssa, Jameson, Krista, everybody's facial expressions, but also the audience was there. It was really fun, and all of the questions. Yes, he loved the Mary F. kill. It was so fun. He really thought about his answer on that, and he said he would marry Shannon Bedore. Dana Marie, good question. Am I allowed to post from Jeff's event? I will make sure not to post anything that gives out the location, because while I'm there. But anyways, I don't know. I'll have to find out. I wasn't given any restrictions. And clearly Shane and Jeff know who I am. They know I run a fan account. They know I go live. They know I'm a Jeff Lewis fan account. So, I'll just, if I see Jeff or Shane early on, I will certainly ask what the rules are and always follow that. But anyways, I will be taking lots of content to be able to show and talk about whenever I can. Hopefully it's that night. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow night. Oh my God. Okay, today's show, I loved it. Jackie Schimmel and her sort of best friend, Heather McMahon. So I totally want to go see Heather McMahon live. I've heard of her, but a lot of people I love because Jeff Lewis really introduces me to a lot of people that I didn't know before. So, but I loved how Jeff early on in the show was talking about how, oh my God, you're going to have chumps go to your show now. They're going to be obnoxious. They're going to yell out. They're very loyal. They're very dedicated. They will go to a show. They will come to other shows. And that's so true. I have gone to so many shows because I learned about them from Jeff Lewis Live. I mean, I've even flown to them, right? So I would do it again. It's so fun. Oh, Kaki says her Netflix special is so good. I can't wait to watch it. I might try to find it on or watch it on the airplane tomorrow. I'm not really sure. And again, I might sleep, right? Yes, Mary Wade said I'd totally go see Heather. Oh, I would love that, Costco Mary, for sure. Um, also, make sure y'all join the Jeff Lewis Obsessed Facebook group. It is such an awesome community. If you think it's so much fun here live, we can chat all day, 24/7 about all your reality TV, Jeff Lewis, everything that's related there. But it's also a great way to get to know each other better and like ask, hey, Heather McMahon's coming to Atlanta next week. Do you want to come see it with me? And kind of go and meet some other Jeff Lewis fans. I tell you, it is amazing. It is the best. Y'all, I had 2 big cups of coffee today. So if I'm a little extra, that's why. Oh, Devin says I don't use Facebook. Well, that's the easiest way, but join my Instagram live. It'll be my Instagram. Watch her special. It's so funny. Her podcast is funny too. I do need to try to listen to her podcast too. I love that, Melanie. You've been a Heather McMahon fan for a while. I was so excited to see she was on Jeff Lewis Live. I loved her and Jackie Schimmel together. Jeff, I just felt like the whole show really, one of those shows where you just look up and all of a sudden the hour has gone by and like, you're like, oh no, I want more of that. Well, luckily we got a little more because Jamie Kennedy and MJ, hosted the after show. And of course, Jeff came over. I'm wondering if Shane is actually joining the after show anymore. I don't hear him on the after show, or is he sitting there being quiet? Y'all let me know in comments. Are you hearing Shane on the after show? Is it just Jeff? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure 80% of us just want to listen to Jeff all the time. But I'm just wondering if maybe Shane is going and doing work while he's doing the show. I don't really know. Yeah, nobody says they weren't talking over one another. It was such a good show. I thought it went really well. Okay, somebody says thoughts on the Jeff and Megan drama. So I'll admit, I went by 2 of my girlfriend's houses today, and then I went shopping at TJ Maxx just to see if I found anything. And so I was on delay and I was listening, and people were DMing me about Megan, that he was going after Megan today. I didn't hear any of that. So did my app mess up? I don't think I did. I think it was talking about yesterday. But really what I got from what Jeff said is that there's been things going on for about 6 months, I'm sorry, between him and Megan, just some things, and they need to just have a conversation. He did say, since Megan will be at BravoCon all weekend, walking around with Doug Buden, that they'll probably have a conversation sometime at BravoCon. And then he joked, of course, it'd be after 5 martinis. So anyways, oh no, Ashley, I've been posting on Instagram stories and the Facebook group. The meetup is not tomorrow. There is no meetup at 5:00 at the, what was that place at? Good Lord, Yard House. That's the exact same time of Jeff's party. So I will be getting hair and makeup and then, at the party. So it will probably do something. I will post it on my Instagram stories and I will post it in the Jeff Lewis Obsessed Facebook group. Sometime I'm looking for an easy location before everyone that has VIP or general admission, because it is a little bit different line, that we all go get in line before the Friday 10 a.m. Ask Andy panel is where the meetup will be. So if you're coming alone, if you fly in Friday night, or Thursday night, I'm sorry, or Friday morning, make sure to join us. That way you can hook up with some people and you'll have someone to sit with and hang out with, because trust me, if you are going alone to BravoCon, you will not be alone at all if you don't want to. There'll be lots of friends for us to meet and hang out with, and an instant connection, right, with Jeff Lewis fans for sure. Yeah, somewhere having breakfast maybe. Oh, Melanie says, I'm just confused about the Jeff and Megan drama, but I can't help but wonder if it has something to do with the Julie and Brandy. I'm more curious as to what happened with Stu. So the Julie and Brandy thing, I don't know that I know about a month ago-ish, Julie and Brandy were doing a show, or maybe they introed another comedian at the Improv, and Megan posted and tagged that she was there with them. Jeff has a lot of frenemies, right? Business, personal, everything. And a lot of people that he's friendly with now and works with still follow them on Instagram, maybe still do things with them privately that we don't know about. I don't think Jeff would really care that she was at this same comedian show with Brandy and Julie, because I also don't know, did she only go for Brandy and Julie? Did she have mutual friends? Did she maybe already have a ticket? Was she supporting the main comedian? I can't remember who it was. Y'all, it was It was the lady, she's been on before. What's her name? Y'all tell me. It was. Uh, my brain went blank, of course. She's been on before. Ah, y'all tell me I'm gonna die. They're doing a show with Heather in Las Vegas. Yes, Kay Hef. Bring it. I forgot. Oh my God, y'all! I forgot about that. Y'all pray for me. And if you're a juicy scooper, I mean, don't come at me. Honestly, there is no beef between me and Brandy and Julie. There's no beef between me and Heather McDonald on my end, anyways. No, was it Leanne Morgan? No, it was the lady. It was it Leanne Morgan? No, it was the lady that's been on before. Deborah, Donna, the lady that was in the Chevy Chase movie, the Christmas movies. D'Angelo, Beverly D'Angelo. Wasn't she doing a stand-up? I think, and Brandy and Julie were there. Anyway, sorry. But I do have Heather McDonald Juicy Scoop tickets for Saturday night. So, I know that, Heather McDonald and Jeff are feuding, Brandy and Julie are feuding, but, not my circus, not my monkeys, right? I just somehow got tagged into that. And honestly, I just feel I love that all their fans are very loyal and very supportive. I feel like some fans maybe gave them a snippet or little bits of things that I said about the feuds, and it maybe didn't go over so well with them. But I feel like I was very fair and just talked about it all. And, I'm not going to love everybody all the time. And I'm going to talk about that because that's kind of what we're here to do, right? But anyway, but I will be there enjoying the show. So, pray for me. No, I'm kidding. Megan had a party before the chump party at her house and didn't invite Jeff. So yes, that birthday party, I even talked about it here with y'all. The fairy birthday party that Megan hosted with her very close friends. She said no chumps were invited. So I do feel like Jeff had a little bit of, maybe he was playing it up for the show. I don't know. But I do feel like he had a little bit of I don't even think Jeff could go. He was like in New York, I think, or he was on a trip. I just think he wanted the invite, right? He just wanted the invite. Kind of like MJ talked about her beef at the very beginning of the after show. She was like, I've got a beef with one of your co-hosts. Well, it's because Heather McMahon doesn't follow her and she follows her. So, you see how the Instagram follow of it all becomes such a power thing, and it can really hurt people's feelings. So, hopefully somebody go check and see if Heather McMahon is now following Mercedes. Let me know. I'm curious because if she heard about it, I'm sure somebody DM'd her regardless about it. Okay. What did you think about the candy? So Monroe doesn't even know what a Snickers looks like. She doesn't know what Nerds look like. I was kind of surprised. I think by 7 years old, I knew all the candy. I love candy. But also, I think parents nowadays, especially his other dad, Gage, thank you for the badge purchase on Instagram. I really appreciate it. I think, he is very health conscious, and I love that she doesn't know all the candies, but I just think that's a time that's going on now. I think, all right, at my age, we certainly know all the candy. I love that he loves a fun stick. I love those so much. Candy corn rules. Oh my God, Dana Marie, you are my person for sure. By the way, I literally was devastated to hear that Jeff doesn't like candy corn. I was like, what? He loves jelly beans. He talks about having jelly beans in his pant pockets all the time. Will I go to Erica's panel at BravoCon? I'll tell you, just from my experience at the BravoCon 2022, there's so many panels that overlap. Oh, I love that, Yvette. Yvette says candy corn is the best. I love it. The panels overlap so much that you kind of have to make a Sophie's choice. A lot of things will end and start. So sometimes we would go to a panel and they wouldn't be as great as we thought. Thank you, Bridget. They wouldn't be as great as we thought. So we would go out and leave to something else. But if I can hit Erica Jane's thing, I will. I mean, I went to her show in August, so in Las Vegas. So yeah, I'm going to support her. There's some shows I don't watch as much as others, Southern Charm, Winter House, Summer House, Below Deck, I don't get into as much anymore. So some of those shows will make it easier for me not to pick, because those aren't really even more my favorites at all. Uh, oh yeah, jelly bellies are the best jelly beans for sure, Darla, for sure. Um, okay. Jeff kind of came at Heather McMahon kind of hard. He was saying, look, you're gorgeous. I think you have great style, but what you're wearing today is more of an evening outfit, not a daytime outfit. I kind of think he was right. I think Jeff is way more conservative, traditional, Ralph Lauren of it all, uh, than he lets on. Well, he doesn't let on because he dresses that way. He dresses Monroe and Ralph Lauren, pretty cute and preppy. I love it. But I think she probably thought, to me, I looked at Heather and the way Jackie Schimmel happened to be dressed today, and they're besties, and it reminded me of Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber, like how he dresses like really casual and she'll totally dress up, and it's like, wait, did they even talk to each other about the same event? Kind of funny. Oh, Lizzie says, do you think Jeff and Stu will bump into each other at BravoCon? I mean, yeah, for sure. She called herself a streetwalker on her stories this morning. I love that. And I can relate, y'all know, to being Instagram shadow banned. It does. The fact that, that Heather and Jackie had a joke between each other. I get that Instagram and social media wants to like protect people from bullying and stuff, but I sort of wish they would at least reach out one time. They apparently took away Jackie's entire Instagram for 3 months one time because of a joke she said about Heather. And Heather was in on the joke, like kind of crazy, right? Okay. If you are the lady has this $10,000 dinner with Jeff tonight, raise your hand. I am dying to know. I would love for you to take pictures, tag me in it, tag Jeff so I'll see it. Oh my gosh, I'm just dying. I don't think I've ever, so I follow the Jeff Lewis hashtag, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone post the pictures up, but I don't know if they do. This is his third $10,000 dinner in a few months, y'all. And somebody reached out to me saying that they're hoping to ask their husband to get it for him for Christmas. So I think other people are booking it also. I bet more than ever, right? Somebody says, I wonder if they'll sign an NDA at dinner. That's a good idea. I wouldn't doubt that for sure. Yeah, we need an after dinner report. Can you imagine? That would be amazing. We need to know exactly what they talked about. But I think if people started doing that, Jeff would be a little more hesitant to say whatever he says, right? Like the conversation wouldn't be as organic. I'm assuming like money kind of buys you privacy. I'm assuming if he knows you've got $10,000 laying around to have this dinner with him, then maybe you've got some discretion, right? And you're not going to say things like that. So he probably talks openly to them. I don't know. I'm just dying. By the way, I told my husband about it last night. He goes, yeah, don't get any crazy ideas and think you're getting a $10,000 dinner with Jeff Lewis. And I'm like, no. Anyways, I would just die. Okay, Clyde, Jackie's little boy, is 3 months old already. Y'all, he was born in July. It feels like longer. He's so cute. She is starting to post like really sweet mom things about him, but I love how sarcastic and self-deprecating Jackie is, and like posting like, gag me, I can't believe I'm posting this about my kid, and he was so annoying for the first few months. Now he's finally becoming cute. You know what I mean? Yes, exactly, Yvette. I think so too. Someone says maybe they don't want anyone to know they paid 10,000 for that dinner. And that's what we talked about the last time he talked about a dinner is, not that it's embarrassing, but I don't think most people that are paying 10,000 for a dinner are the kind of people that would post about it and, let people know that they did. Cause I mean, y'all, if the lovers are mean about me, can you imagine what they would say if somebody actually admitted in one of the Facebook fan groups that they paid 10,000? I mean, I think people would come after them like crazy, which is whatever. Do whatever you want with your money. To me, it's very similar. And I said this before. It's like hiring a celebrity band or a singer to come to your wedding or your child's wedding. If somebody has $1 million to pay Britney Spears to come perform at a private birthday party or something, who cares? Like, why is it negative? Like, if Jeff Lewis can get $10,000 for a private dinner, let it happen. Let the money rain, right? I mean, He's got a lot of stuff to pay for, right? Lucy loves sports. The people who are paying 10,000 are likely folks who are so wealthy that it's a drop in the bucket for them. I mean, I can't imagine 10,000 is a drop in the bucket for anyone, but yeah, I guess so, right? Who knows? All I know is I love that even on the after show, Jeff is always thinking of the other chumps. And when MJ and when Jamie Kennedy were teasing about like their rates, he was like, hey, maybe we should announce, like, list what everyone's rates are. Like he is always thinking about not just what can help him, but what can help his other friends, his chumps, right? Like financially and everything. I love that about him. I really do. Um, let them live. Exactly, Marie. It's that person's money, not ours. Just like, everything I do. It's my bank account. Like who cares? It's my stuff. I don't know, Yvette, how many people get to go? I don't know. I guess you'd have to DM Jeff. Is it 10? It's not 10,000 per person because I think he talked about last time it was 3 ladies from New Jersey. And I think I think the whole cost is 10,000 because I think if it was 30,000, he would definitely be saying. And I think even for someone rich, I think 30,000 for a 2 or 3 hour dinner. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Thank you for all the hearts on Instagram. I don't know who's doing that, but I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all the taps on TikTok. Thank you so much. It's free. Just tap the screen. It just helps other Jeff Lewis fans to find us. Okay, what did you think about Monroe lying to Daddy Jeff, saying that she has no school tomorrow? So I did just hear that at least one of the chumps that I was DMing with, their child doesn't have school today. So their school gives the kids a day off because they know it's the day after Halloween. They probably stayed up late. They were probably sneaking candy at midnight from the pantry. But Monroe, at 7 years old, a first grader, is lying to her. Yeah, Maya says Monroe is hysterical, a true chump. I mean, Monroe is the chumpiest of chumps, right? Like Jeff is gonna, oh my God. Y'all, the way I am just waiting for Jeff Lewis to be the dad of a teenage Monroe. Like, I just can't. I cannot, even with her shenanigans. He was telling a story today about his niece, Pepper, when they were out trick or treating last night. And I don't know. I respect that as, his dad. He probably shouldn't tell these stories about her, and especially Daddy Gage that doesn't want him to, I'm sure. But as a listener, just like Carney Wilson said yesterday, we're so invested. We want to know everything that's going on. Like we want to know the good, the bad, the ugly. You know what I mean? So we're so invested in his life. Yes, Sharon on TikTok says, Pepper's so funny. Love her. Oh my God. Love her so much. And also Carrie and Todd put up a family Halloween picture. So it's so cute. So go check that out for sure. Yes, Pepper double dipping into the candy jar. And we had that last night too. This little girl was like 4 years old, and they came up with like 5 or 6 brothers or sisters, cousins, a group of people, of kids. And with my house, a lot of the parents just kind of stand at the edge of my sidewalk and just kind of let the little kids come up, and then the parents just say thank you, what have you. And I knew I'd given this little girl candy, and I went around, did everybody, and I've got a witch hat on, so they're always talking about the witch hat, and I'm asking them what they are, wishing them happy Halloween. And she just stands there for more. And I was like, oh, I think I gave you some. And she just started giggling. And then I called her a silly goose. And she goes, she called me a silly goose. Anyways, it was funny. We don't pass out toothbrushes. We don't pass out fortune cookies. We passed out the fun size, the little chocolates. And then my daughter said we got all the good candy because at Costco, this huge bag of chocolate was $19.99. So I got 2 of those. Then I got this other huge bag of like, the sugary candies, the nerds, the hot, the spicy things. I don't know whether it's cheaper. It's a big bag and it was $15.99. She and her girlfriends love that bag over the chocolate. She goes, pass out the chocolate because I want to keep all the good stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I need to pass out the chocolate because I will be eating this for sure, like all day, every day. I mean, when I say I've probably had 4 fun-size Snickers, and I don't think in my brain, oh, that's probably equivalent to 2 full-size Snicker bars. I'm like, oopsie. There is 0 calories when it comes to a fun-size Snickers bar. That's all I'm going to say for sure. Yeah. Yvette says, give the kids the candy. It's Halloween, for sure. Oh my gosh. Katya says, I love Up and Adam. He's so cute, isn't he? Up and Adam said Ramona had all of her dresses packed for Vegas. Oh, yeah. We can go back to that for a second. These housewives, Ramona probably has the dress pack that she borrowed from Bethany a long time ago, never returned to her, right? But these housewives, they are either buying, borrowing, shopping, getting stuff loaned out for them. Designers probably, give them stuff to wear. They don't just show up at BravoCon because they probably have 2 and 3, 4 outfit changes a day between all the events they're going to. So yeah, and she's coming from New York, or doesn't she have another house in the Hamptons and maybe Miami or Boca also? So this is not just a casual thing for her. This canceling of Ramona from BravoCon is huge. I mean, that's a big statement for BravoCon for darn sure. Okay, let's get into the after show. Tell me, are you listening? Do you love that Jeff Lewis is pretty much regularly now coming on for the first segment? I really think that is it for it. I think if it moves to channel 102 right after the show, that will be huge for them. Because as I said, it's all about ease. And if somebody doesn't even know what the app is or understands what 789 is, they probably have never even had time to listen to the after show. It would be so much easier if it just came on channel 102 after Jeff Lewis Live, right? Yeah, somebody said today's show was amazing. I thought it went really good with MJ and Jamie. They really have a good, I think by the end of it, they kind of got into some questions. They were talking about uh different things, but I like the beginning where they were kind of, MJ was trying to guide Jamie on where he should buy a house and things. But the visual of Jamie and Jeff getting on one of these bird scooters, I was literally dying because I have seen Sightglass and Tartine and the Sirius XM radio. It's kind of off this small street, like a narrow two lane street with street parking and everything. So the fact that Jamie just lives a few blocks or a few miles away, he just picks up a bird and rents it and then drops it down and then picks up another bird for the way home. I love that Jeff is like, well, I don't know, I just have a car. I mean, Jeff, I'm sure Jamie Kennedy has a car too. He's just saying this is easier, it's more efficient, it's more, it's just cheaper probably than putting gas in and like figuring out where to park and everything. He just ride a bird. But Jeff was like, oh, I need a helmet. I mean, I don't know. But the idea that them talking about this and taking a picture or video, I would actually die. I would love to see that. But I think Jeff is a little too, I just don't think I don't think he's that, I don't think he would do it. I just don't think he would get on a bird. I don't know. Okay, what did y'all think? This is the second year in a row. I remember MJ talking about this last year. So she lives very close to Hidden Hills. Hidden Hills is rich, y'all. I mean, that is RICH, just dollar signs coming out every orifice of your face. I mean, it is where all the trick-or-treating goes down. So she must have a really good friend because I'm sure it's gated and gated and gated and gated. She must have a really good friend that gets her in there, and she saw the Kardashians and all these other famous people. But she made a note that she was like, but I kept my eyes on my son, Shamps, because I don't want to lose him. What's Shamps now, like 3 or 4? So he's still very little. He could still run away, and he's not like 7 or 8 where you can just kind of spot them somewhere. But even Jeff talked about his trick-or-treating with Monroe. He did decide to Uber there because he wanted to have a martini or something. And he was talking about how everyone had like a cocktail and like a roadie, but whatever it's called whenever you're walking around. Jeannie says, what candy do they give out there? She was talking about even the supersized candies, right? Which is kind of like, even Corey Fabulous, I love him. Corey reached out to me on DM whenever I asked yesterday if anyone gives out full size candy or regular size. And he's like, we like to be that house. We like to be the cool house and give out the full size candy. But I'm all about practical and like what makes sense. A couple of y'all DM me and said, when you give out 2 or 3 or 4 of the fun size chocolates to somebody, that probably ends up costing more per kid than just handing them one whole candy bar. So I think I might turn into a full-size candy bar girl next year because I'm all about the deal. I mean, I say I'm cheap, but I'm really all about like what makes sense financially and easy. Just be easy to hand a whole candy bar, and then the kids would be like, "Oh." I mean, we're not a rich neighborhood, but we do have neighbors that give out the full size candy bars too. A lot of you are full size. I love that. Oh, I love that. So Yvette gives the full size bowl for the teenagers. I love that. Did y'all see Jennifer Aiden's candy box? She won. Wait, I don't think did, Diane. Did I see it? Jennifer Aiden. I don't know. Speaking of New Jersey, what is the deal with this drama? Like, what? Joe Gorga was doing a comedy skit at somewhere, and the guy said, "No, this is fake. Like, who? I never contacted you. We don't have a contract. My attorney doesn't know anything about this. You are not performing at my event, my venue." Like, what happened there? How does that accidentally happen? So I heard last year that Joe Gorga, because a lot of people, right? All the Bravo celebrities know, do a show, even if somebody doesn't have a BravoCon ticket, if they're in the area or whatever, they will buy a ticket and go, right? So I heard he did a show last year. I didn't. Yes, Brad Garrett. Wait, is that the same guy from the TV show? The really tall dude? Is that him? Oh my God. Is okay, y'all tell me if that's him. The guy from what's the TV show about the family? What have you? Oh, that's right. Just like when someone tried to hire Jeff to speak in Dubai a couple of years ago and it was a scam. That is so crazy. Lucy Loves Sports says it sounds like a very elaborate prank. Oh my God, that's very, yes, from Everybody Loves Raymond. Wow. He got scammed, Diane says. Oh my God. That's insane. How embarrassing. But the fact that he said there will be no show, I'm not performing at all now. I mean, if you've got the ticket sales behind you, like if that was sold out, do you think Brad Garrett would be like, okay, let's just go with it, right? Or maybe he already had it double booked. How does that even happen? How does that even happen? That's just insane. Yes, everybody from loves Raymond. Oh, what is such a good show, right? Um, oh, hi, Jen. I met you at Hallow Teeny. My friend gives a thousand, a thousand full-size bars and Hidden Hills. Oh, Jen, your friend is RICH. Wow, that's amazing. Shout out G. Um, yes, Diane can't wait for the Men of New Jersey panel. That one will be, so I think there'll be some panels. Like last year, Vanderpump Rules, it wasn't necessarily an all Vanderpump Rules panel. It was kind of, they were sprinkled in. Because I remember Josh Flagg was at that same panel. Who else was there? I'm trying to think of my video, my pictures. Oh, Brad Garrett already had an event booked for all weekend, so that's why he couldn't have him. But yeah, but if you're preparing and you're promoting it like Joe Gorga has been, I'm assuming tickets were being sold somehow, the scam, that you could easily find another venue. There's a bazillion of them in the Las Vegas area during BravoCon willing to sell out for Joe Gorga, right? Like, would you go? I heard it wasn't that good, to be honest with you. Heard it wasn't that good. Shout out Chris. I haven't seen you in forever. How are you? Am I ready? Oh, you're on TikTok too. How are you on TikTok and Instagram? I am so ready for BravoCon. But tonight is one of my kids' 18th birthday. Her birthday party is next week. So we'll have cake and go to dinner as a family and celebrate her. I've raised my husband and I raised 3 adults so far. 3 out of 5 are 18 and up now. So kudos to us, as Ramona would say, right? Kudos. Kado. Is that what she says? Kado. Oh my gosh. What else? So MJ is talking to Jeff. She said she's a little bit nervous, but getting excited for Jeff's cocktail event. So last year, MJ, she has a podcast with her husband, Till the Dirt. She was doing a podcast about the 2019 BravoCon experience, and she was giving advice and all this kinds of stuff. So for last year, she said, I'm going to give you a secret. If you want to run into a Bravo celebrity, this was New York, right? go to the Gansevoort rooftop hotel or the rooftop bar, and you will see everyone because they're all staying there. So my friend's sister-in-law, Kim, shout out Kim, made us a reservation for 4. And we just thought, oh, we'll just see Bravo celebrities if this is even true. So she easily got a reservation that day, literally the day before BravoCon. And Jeff had never said publicly where his private pre-BravoCon party was going to be. So I assumed it was going to be in this closed, doors closed type situation. That way, him and all the Bravo celebrities could kind of mingle and nobody would be like, oh, the public is here, or, fans, listeners, whatever. The way I tell you, my head whipped around when Kelly said, oh my God, Jeff and Stu and Shane and Alyssa and Kian all just walked in. I was dying. So now this year, he's again been super secretive about where it's at. But this year, I have my own invitation. So I know exactly where it's at. And I won't have to be, accidentally running into him there. That was amazing. But the fact that she's even nervous about it made me feel better, I guess, because I don't know, it is exciting. Apparently, it's going to be a very insane guest list, and I cannot wait to share it all with you. Um, Thank you, Lori, so much. Oh my gosh. Oh, Sissy, no. She says, I thought Jeff wasn't attending until Friday morning. He flies out tomorrow afternoon. He and Shane even said what time their Jet Suite X leaves LA or Burbank to Las Vegas. And he is hosting his own party tomorrow night, 5 to 8. And then he hosts the 10 a.m. Ask Andy. He moderates the 10 a.m. panel. So, yeah. Yes, Charlotte, let's talk about the dating. So at the very end of when he was on, Jamie was kind of talking to him about being a single man and like, are you going to be on the prowl basically? And Jeff said, no, I don't think it's fair to anyone for me to date because I'm not in a good mind space. He said, I'm not yet over Stu. So that makes sense, right? I really feel like even though he's said a couple of times on pauses that they've had, that he's emotionally been ready or emotionally moved on before he's let Stu know. I think he's being honest with himself and just saying, you know what, at my age, my situation, I need to focus on my career and all this stuff. So, and who knows? Like I said, I just want them both to be happy. That's all I ever want from them. He said he tends to rebound and he doesn't want to do that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I don't want him to, right? I mean, just out of respect for himself, out of respect for Stu, just as a fan, just thinking that Stu is so nice, I want him to take a beat, right? Take a beat, just be by yourself. You know what I mean? Self-love, as they say, Oh, Lucy loves sports. Think it's the final breakup. Yeah, I don't know. Focus on Monroe, Martindale says. Yes, for sure. Thank you, user. Thank you for saying you love my show. Please tap the screen on TikTok. What else, y'all? Liz Rome and Joey Zalziger on tomorrow. I usually go live I'll be on Las Vegas time because I fly out in the morning. I'm getting hair and makeup starting in the afternoon. I'm not even sure my hotel room is going to be ready at the link. So everyone's going to kind of be up in the air. So I probably won't be able to go live tomorrow. I hope to listen to the show, but I will be able to listen to the show, but I don't know that I'll have time to go live. So I'll just have to play it by ear for sure. But if I go live, it'll probably just be on Instagram. So make sure you're following me on Instagram at Jeff Lewis Obsessed. Make sure at the top of my profile, there's a little bell and you can hit notify when I post a story, which is mostly what I do. Notify when I post a post, notify when I go live. You can check all those boxes and that'll let you know it'll come up and it won't be a surprise. But most of the time I try to plan everything out, but BravoCon's just going to be crazy and so fun. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. No, I'm not using Glam by Pam. I'm using someone named Amanda that my girlfriend told me about, and she used her in Las Vegas. So text her today. She's got an opening for me, and she said she had other openings. I said, well, I'll share your information because to me, it was a very last minute decision to use hair and makeup for this cocktail party tomorrow night. But I know a lot of us just want to take away that stress, right? And she was so affordable. I'm just telling you, so affordable. And I'm doing hair and makeup, but I think she can do one or the other for sure. But Anyways, well, we are going to wrap it up. I am so excited. Thank you so much for joining live. It is so much more fun. If you're watching on the replay, please put in comments what you think. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, all the things. I would love that. Yes, for sure. Yes, I want hair and makeup daily too, Laura, for sure. That's why I'm jealous of the Kardashians. Oh my God. Just glam and stylish all that day for sure. Anyways, well, shout out Chumpettes. I'll see you very soon. Thank you so much. Y'all are amazing. And I just want to tell you how much I appreciate y'all being just as excited for me going to Jeff's cocktail party and going to all the fun things that I get to do. I really do appreciate that. Anyways, Chumpettes forever. Bye, y'all.